morning by the fabulous psychologist and astrologer Guiomar. Always a pleasure, the Wednesday shows, and, as much as the others were, because this is a show that is on every week. We do this every week. I always look forward to it. It's very, very interesting. We both love astrology. We both love psychology. We both love spirituality. And we both love you. How's that? How's that for a cheery Monday morning? Or is this far too cheerful? Just let me know. Just write in, let me know. Anyway, hope you guys are well out there. You look well. You look well. Debs, you look well. You look very, very well. Yes, there she is. Deb's coming in to say hello. Anyway, let's do a little bit of music, and then we'll be back in a mo. See you soon. Ellie says, love you too. Fabulous. We love you guys. We love you guys so much. That's why I do this, because it's so much fun doing this. It's enjoyable, it's fun, and if you get something out of it yourselves, you enjoy it, then magic. It's marvellous. Anyway, loads of you lovely people coming on. Nikki sort of says hello with a little rainbow. Good morning to you. As does, thank you, Deb. And yes, so good morning to you. Love to see all the numbers climbing up here. It's fabulous. Okay, so how are you? Are you well? Are you well? Has your morning been good? Yes. Did you get breakfast in bed? No, probably not. Never mind. I was just hoping maybe perhaps this was going to be brought to you. You could just have a little bit of a lavish lifestyle this morning. No, maybe. Never mind. Anyway, please share this show. Please press the share button. Please look, see, Debs has done it straight away, shared it on my page. There you go. You just can't keep that woman down. Anyway, Joe Gardner says, good morning. Yes, please share the page. If you share the page, it helps us out immensely. And just share it out to groups, friends, people like that. That would be absolutely fantastic. And as you're doing that, everything's opening on my computer. See, here it's, oh my goodness. It's all going wrong here. Sorry, I put that on silent. Yeah. Anyway, so guys, what I'd like to say to you is very, very good morning to you. Please share, like the page. It's also on YouTube, so you can go and watch it in there. It's exactly the same. We both don't look any different. Oh, for goodness sake. It all goes... Dear, oh dear. Sorry about that. It's technology. It's Mercury retrograde, isn't it? You've got to laugh sometimes. You've got to laugh. Someone said to me the other day, he said, there's two different types of people. I said, oh, yeah. He said, if I was you, I'd avoid both of them. I thought that was really funny. Sorry. Anyway, right, let's get back to the show. Right. A cup of tea waited me when I got up. Now, isn't that lovely? This is beautiful. Whether it's love, romance, whatever it is, even if the dog did it, it's great. It's fantastic, isn't it? Well, I've got to train my dog to do that. But isn't that lovely? A nice cup of tea waited when you get up. That's blissfully beautiful. Great. Anyway, what else we got here now? We got loads of your readings coming this morning, and I think without further ado, let's go and have a look. And even good morning to everybody. Even the producer says good morning. So, right, okay, what am I going to do? Oh yes. Let's just give this to you guys. Because you're fabulous out there. You're lovely. You're gorgeous. You're beautiful. Yes, and just keep coming back for more. Anyway, let's do some of this. Oh, well that went funny then. That was amazing. So look at this, it goes crazy this morning. Anyway, well, we're supposed to just jump into the show, and there we go. So, good morning. This is a wonderful Guiomar, in case you haven't met Guiomar before, but I'm sure you have. How are you?
Good. Well, yeah.
That's how a lot of people are telling me that. It's going a bit like,
I'm okay, but like I don't know, the energies are a bit sulky.
Salty. That's not bad for being by the sea.
No, sulky.
Sulky. I thought you said salty. I thought being by the sea, that's not bad. Yeah, the energy is sulky.
C-U-S-U Sulky, yes.
Sulky, well, sulky. Yes, it's interesting you say that because a few people have written in this morning, including the lovely Lucy Hinks. She went in this morning. She said, "Can I have a reading? 'Cause I'm feeling a bit, things that make you go,
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, those funny mornings. But never mind. I know a lot of people are having quite difficult times at the moment, aren't they? Times aren't easy. Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, Mars, Mercury.
And Lilith's just gone into Taurus.
Okay. This is the, some people call this the fallen angel, don't they?
Fallen angel. But I think they don't know anything about Lilith. Poor Lilith.
Poor Lilith, she's getting absolute ridicule before she even started. Bless her little heart. People have got no feelings whatsoever.
Exactly. She's all about feelings. She's all about everything that is intangible.
Yes. Okay. All right. Brilliant. Yes. Deborah's just saying here, thank you to the other Debs for sharing the page. Guys, if you'd like to out there share the page, that would be fantastic. Brilliant. That's good morning. Okay. And Emily says, that's exactly how I feel. Those energies a bit like yes, here and there. Yes, anyway. Okay. But we're coming up to the energy is also being intensified a little bit by that moon coming up, isn't it? That moon's drawing up to a full moon.
Yeah. It's going to be a full moon in Taurus, conjunct Uranus, in opposition, of course, to the sun in Scorpio. So Uranus is like it's like an electrical light bolt that just crashes everything, and the moon wants security, especially if it's in Taurus. It wants to feel secure, and there's nothing secure and stable about a moon conjunct Uranus, and especially if it's in opposition to something in Scorpio, and this time it's the sun, so it's like
yes,
instability, insecurity. It's not what I thought it would be. Now what? That kind of feeling.
Now what? Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying to me. They're going through particular situations in their life and now saying, now what's going to happen? Now what? And it says, it's just what it takes times. And I like what Deborah just put up there. The producer just says, Lilith, the first independent woman.
Yep.
I think we need a bit of a yay, round of applause on that one. There you go. First independent woman. And Joe Gardner says, I feel the same. And even a producer says, intense times. And he says, yes, definitely. We're all on this like, whoa. Okay, what's the positive? Can we drag positivity out of this to lift energies and get people to feel, yay, come on now, we can do this?
Well, basically the idea is like, understand that we've been going through a roller coaster of emotions all year round, which is really what we're supposed to do, because we're supposed to shift those emotions. We have to, like I said last week, emote them. It's just let them go through.
Beautiful word, that, emote them.
Yeah, just let those emotions are energies, and we're the ones that color them with a meaning.
Yeah.
But it's just an energy.
Okay.
The thing it's so much associated to our thoughts that we associate a meaning to it, and we associate it as them being good or bad.
Yeah.
And because of that, we then go on to create a reality based on those emotions.
Yes.
It's information coming in.
Now, this is interesting because I was having a big discussion with a quantum physicist, and they're almost pretty close to spirituality without admitting anything to do with this, but they're getting closer to it. They're almost as scientists on our side. Almost. You could call it that. Well, we're way ahead here. We know what's going on. They're just working out mathematically what's going on. Anyway, but one of the things he was saying, and it's also reminded me of a program called, or a video called, What the Bleep Do You Know? What the Bleep Do You Know? And I absolutely loved that. I loved it. Very much about quantum physics. Yes, it was pretty good, wasn't it? Pretty good. If you haven't watched it, watch it, guys. What the Bleep Do You Know? And
it's all about consciousness and quantum physics mixed together, and very well explained.
Yes. Because quantum physics is very much saying, well, there's something going on here because we have this consciousness, and they've gone into the body and they can't find what this is. So they've labeled this as the observer. The observer. It's
It's much more interesting than that.
oh yes. But we keep
So
it to layman's terms before we go too scientific. Come on then. Come on then. All right, go on, say it then.
there's this thing called the double slit experiment, and what they figured out when they shoot an electron through like a single split, you just like it goes off to the other side and it impacts. I can't remember if it was like a particle, I think it was. But when they did the double slit experiment, they discovered that that electron could be a particle or a wave. It could behave as either way, and it depended on the observer.
Yes.
So the way something basically that translates to the way something manifests depends on how you are observing it. So you could say reality is like a quantum soup of multiple possibilities.
Love that.
And as you look at the soup and you look at, like, imagine if it's like one of these letter soups, alphabet soups, right? So you look at the soup and then you look at one letter in the soup, and it's as if that one letter of the soup pops up. And then after that, you keep on watching it. And depending on the patterns you have in your awareness, the next letter will form, and the successive ones, the words that are according to your previous thoughts. So the observer creates that which he or she observes depending on what you already know. So basically, that's what we're creating reality. So can you see how important it is to be aware of your mental patterns and emotions that those mental patterns are associated to?
I think so. I think so. Yes.
The emotions would be what what shows us the judgment we have behind those patterns. So when we have emotions and we believe them and we create a reality according to them, we are repeating past patterns.
Yes. Which is the bit I was going to come on to. Being the observer is to be able to stand back maybe from things going on in your life at the moment. Just to stand back to observe and to notice what's going on. And what you see is going on is then choosing what you want to react to and what you don't want to react to.
Well, if you choose, you're not reacting.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. But you can see, though, some things that are going on in your life, though, and actually choosing to say, okay, that's what I want to get involved in. And also, especially at this particular time where energy is all over the place, is noticing how it's impacting or feeling upon you. But is it you?
It never is. It never is. It's just going through you. The thing is, we historically have associated stories and mental patterns and behaviors and so forth to those energies coming through you. And because of that, we recreate the same stories all over again. It's like, oh my God, I'm always, the same thing always, it's always happening to me.
Yeah.
Like, why do I always find the same situation? In Spanish, we have this tropezar con la misma piedra. It's a phrase that says, we stumble always on the same rock.
Yes. I totally agree with you. I have really.
This is because we never actually realize that we are creating our reality all the time. But when we're not aware of it, we create it collectively as in family, as in ancestors, as in society. So we're not really being able to choose. We're just reacting to what's going on. But when you take that step back and you start being aware that emotions are just energies going through you, and you start observing and go, oh, this is interesting. This emotion that's going through me is triggering this thought. But of course, this isn't me. This is just energy going through me. And I'm attributing, because of these past patterns, I'm attributing a meaning, and I'm perpetuating the past patterns.
Okay. Now, this is so interesting. Yes, very, very interesting. And I think, how many of you guys out there have recognized this in yourselves, where you're actually now observing how you were in the past to how you are now? What changes have you seen in yourself that maybe you're responding to differently, or you've changed enormously? Because 2020 is a year, all right, we've got the virus out there, but planetary wise, energy wise, emotion wise, this has been a quite a challenging um, year that's made us react. A reactive year. I think I'll call it a reactive year. And what changes have actually happened in you guys? Have you guys seen this changes in yourselves? Do you like who you are now? Have you responded to something that's changed you? It's be interesting to know, guys. Good morning, Delia. Lovely, lovely to see you on the show, all the way from Brisbane, out there in lovely Australia. Lovely to welcome you on the show. Now, I think I last spoke to you about 5 years ago, maybe 10. Yes. Okay.
So I suggest that we play with those sensations that are
Yes.
going through us, those energies. So just like take that step back, for example, today I'm feeling like a bit
Mm.
sulky. Okay. So I can very easily go into old patterns and saying, right, I'm sulky because nothing is going the way I want to go, because I'm alone, and people always say no to me. I don't know, whatever patterns you have, no? So you can start going into these stories of why I'm feeling sulky, which is the same stories as usual, which will lead you down the same road, which will make you unhappy, basically. So instead of that, take a step back, observe that energy, and go, oh, there's a sulky energy going through me. Well, actually, this energy isn't sulky, it's just an energy going through me, but I've always attributed it as being sulky. So, what is this energy really like? Okay, so my mind is a bit bogged up. So, it's not a very clear minded energy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like one of these sad clowns. That's how I feel like if I want it to play, so that's the image that comes up. I'm playing, so this is just an example. So I feel like a sad clown. So what does a sad clown want to do? A sad clown wants to be with people and make them happy, but there's nobody around. Okay, so it's about connecting and not being able to. Okay, so just breathe it out, breathe it through. What do I want?
Okay.
I haven't tried connecting with people, so I'm going to connect. What can I do to connect? Well, maybe I can phone somebody up. Maybe I can, here I am with Cafe Clairvoyance. I've got people here. It's like I've got Phil, I've got you guys.
Of course. Of
Hey,
course. Yes.
I'm not alone. I can actually appreciate this. And then that feels different inside me. So this is how you play with emotions, how you play with energies.
And I think that's a good role of being the observer, to observe it, and it's there. Sometimes, as we say in psychotherapy, a great thing to go and do is we feel that emotion, externalize it. Externalize it, put it out there. If you want to, go and give it a shape. What shape does it look like? Whilst you give it a shape, maybe give it a colour. Give it a
Yeah.
colour so that emotion's external for you. Maybe it's in the shape of a triangle. Show the triangle. Maybe it's got a colour which you're, okay, maybe like, don't like, whatever it is. Maybe think,
Because what you're doing when we actually use the mind in its curiosity, because the mind has two ways of working. One is chopping everything into bits and analyzing and putting into the tiny little squares so you feel secure, and the other one is to be curious. So you want to use your mind to be curious. That's the good one. So what you do is you go, okay, what's going on inside me? Let's see what this is. And as you give a name to what you're feeling, you're
yes.
connecting both cerebral hemispheres. And when you do that, you bring what is unconscious to consciousness. And when you do that, you can actually start by will shifting and moving those energies. So that's why we're interested in giving it name, a form, a color. All this is going to help you move the emotional energy inside your body. And then from there, you can just intend to dissolve it, to shift it, and then will something different.
Mm, mm. Ellie asked a question. This is interesting. I've become more sacred. I think you mean scared. Sacred. You're scared of doing things, look at things too deeply, and then it stops me from carrying on, keeping in my comfort zone. Okay, that's interesting. So we're going right down into deep emotions down here, and
Yeah.
rather than just floating on top of them and just observing them.
Yeah, but you can go down into the emotions, but it's important when you do to give them movement. So if you get stuck with it, it's like, okay, I'm here, but I'm like, oh, I'm getting carried away by them. Move physically. If you can't move it with your imagination, move physically and let your body just, emote the emotion, let your body express the emotion, but move it physically from starting from what you feel inside.
Yeah.
Or if you have to, then you can, of course, go for a walk, dance, whatever, but move your body. If you stay put and you can't use your imagination to do that exercise I said before, it's going to suck you in. So you want to move physically, you want to change directions, you want to face the other way, you want to move your body.
Sometimes change the seat you're sat on as well. Go and move the
Yeah.
energy. I totally agree with this movement stuff. Whatever you're going through in your life which you think is blocking you, do things that keep you moving. It's one of the greatest therapies. Or drink water. Yeah. Even with things like pain, like you got back pain, neck pain, whatever it is. Great thing to go and do is look at that pain, externalize it, take it out of your body and say, there it is. If you want to, go and call it something, but don't call it pain.
Yeah.
The moment you're saying pain and your mind's going, oh God, it's going to hurt. If you call it, oh, Fred's off again. Fred's there again. You humoured it, but your brain's going, but that isn't pain. What's that? Then you're changing something. You're changing a state of thinking, and you're changing your experience to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good.
Deborah
Yeah.
says, oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's very nice. Guys, lovely to see you on the line this morning. We're having a lovely discussion here. Thank you for all your reactions here and your comments. I'm having problems trying to keep up with them all. There's so many coming through this morning, but it's lovely. I'm trying to get them up online here. Deborah says, distraction move, chat to others. Oh, sorry, just took it off.
No.
Okay.
I don't agree with that because if you're actually stuck there, the distraction is a dissociation. So you're disconnected from your body and your emotions, and you don't want to be disconnected.
Okay.
You can only use that as a strategy when what you're feeling is at a very, very low intensity and you're just starting to slip in. Then yes, you can distract and that can move your energy. But ideally being very aware that that is what you're doing. You're choosing to move your energy before it gets too thick, but you're not avoiding it or running away from it or getting distracting yourself from it, because that's dissociation and that makes it worse in the long run.
Okay, I do understand what you're saying, but I also understand what Deborah's saying, because distraction does have a positive to it, because you're not disassociating, avoiding it. I mean, it's a bit like pain. You still know pain's there, but you're changing the state of it. You're moving it on. I like this. Deborah says, "Oh, my pain is called Phil." Very funny. Very funny. Yes, thank you for the humour there. That was so funny. I nearly snapped a rib. Okay, what else have I got here? Deb says, my arthritis is called Arthur. Very nice indeed. Yes, and when you humour it, it's not the same. Debs, do you feel when you humour it and call it Arthur, but you don't say the word, but you just keep calling it something else? Would you understand it? Would you feel it feels that's a distraction? I agree. Move, chat to others. I agree what Deborah's saying. I do agree. I do see your point of view as well. So it's great. Oh my goodness, this is great chat this morning, and we've got loads of your readings to go and do. So I think, the accordion.
My brother's called Arthur.
Your brother's called Arthur. Is he a pain? We're being amusing. Okay. Oh, I want that one. That's it. Blow that one. There's that one I wanted to blow there. Good. Okay. Paul says, hi Debs, just driving, so listening till I arrive at the next job. Okay, drive safely, my friend, and that's good.
Hey, listen, guys. Look what we've just done. So we spoke about the emotions. We did this exercise, or I did it, and I just infused it to you. You might have done it or not in front of me, but you probably felt it. And suddenly we've shifted the energy a bit. And now we're distracting. Now we're doing, being silly and all that stuff. But can you see the steps? So we didn't reject the emotions, the feelings. We spoke about it. We said, oh, I feel like this. It feels this way. Let's move it. And then we shift into a happier, more joyous, more connected mode. So just for a few seconds, stop and actually feel how you feel now and compare that to how you felt at the beginning of the show when we talked about that heavy, sticky
Oh,
in my.
I agree. I agree. I think here that being able to do something like this and chat to you guys about this and move it around, change it, humor it, look at it from different angles, be observing it. Great job to observe it there. Right. Okay, we're going to move on. We'll be back in a moment, and then I think we better stop your readings. How's that? Lovely to see so many of you guys online this morning, and I know the energy probably isn't the most great of energies, but we try to keep it all upbeat on a show here, keep it lively. The humour's coming through from the producer, and the humour's coming through from all you other guys. But let's have a look and see how we can get on this morning and have a wonderful, wonderful show. So, first up this morning is Nikki. A very, very good morning to you, Nikki. And yes, or just to come back here very quickly. Okay, yes, we're just saying to Susanna there, what a lovely lady she is. She is terrific. Yes, you are terrific. We love you so much. Anyway, right, let's get on with this. So Nikki is she wants to know about a business venture. She's been stuck a little bit. She's looking about whether she should go and do a job, which I think is to do with being self-employed, or either staying there with. Yep, there she is. Good morning, Nikki. Whether she wants to. Stay with employment, or whether she wants to go self-employed. Now, a big question is interesting here because looking at just your numbers here, you're a 2911. You're a 2911 here, and I quite like that because that brings you up to being that 11 number, and that energy there is amazing, and that would say that there is a symbol of mastery, to say the least. You're in a personal year 5. Now, that could be recklessness in a positive way because energy is out there. It's almost like you could go and do crazy things, explore different opportunities, bring out that self about yourself, and just do so much. So, what I would say to you here initially, and you're in this personal year 5, I would do everything to absolutely explore this possibility about going into self-employment, because the energy there, I think, for you is terrific. And it's I know we love this energy. I know we love to feel positive about it, but I think if you've got a plan or a structure in front of you how this is going to work, and you've got a plan A and a plan B, then I think that you'll do very well. And it's about your happiness, isn't it? It's about your happiness, about how you want to feel about yourself, to almost like say in 5 years' time to be able to look back and say, I did that. I did amazing things. And rather than looking back thinking, I wish I'd done this. I wish I'd done something for myself. But it's bringing that energy there. Now, Deborah's actually asking here, this is interesting, just to come back here a little bit, just looking at Deborah. She says, is this a good time? Is this a good time to make changes or to do things or to create plans? Yes, there it is. Is it a time to make plans? So in relating to this, related to your situation there, and is it a time at the moment with the current energies? We've been talking about the observing at the moment. However, I would say here with your energies, I would think here, this is good. Good time. What do you think?
Yeah, totally.
Mm.
Yeah, so you talked about mastery. Nikki has conjunction, Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in Libra.
Okay.
And that is sextiling the North Node in Leo.
Okay.
She's in Aries, and that Sun is conjunct Mars, Venus. So it's like, why are you not working on your own yet? It's like you're made to work on your own. You have to work on your own. So then that South Node in Aquarius says, yeah, but I'm used to just being one of the team and that's it. And then the Moon in Taurus and Chiron semi-sextiling the Sun, Mercury, Venus is saying like, yeah, but it's scary. I'm scared. What if I do? I'm going my own and it just goes wrong and everything. And I get really scared. Well, by now with that Saturn, Jupiter, you know people. You know how people work. You know how to deal with people. You don't need to be scared anymore because you got what it takes. So I don't know what kind of business is it, related to travel or tourism or something like that?
It may
Could
well
be.
be. She says all of this. She takes all of this, absolutely understands it, and takes all of this. It's lovely. So let's have a little look here. Um, right. Actually, looking here. Oh, for goodness sake, go and do this because the relationship is right. The relationship right's going to do this. The only thing I'd say here is you've got strength which is reversed, but that doesn't mean to say it's going to go wrong. What I'd say here is you're in a relationship, and what we need to do is to focus about how you're going to make this move. Your two outer cards around this is like, shall we, shan't we? When really, I would say here, go and do it. Because, yes, it's about being both in agreement. That's the important part for you both. And then being able to say, we both share the same value. We both share the same belief. We are both rocking at the same speed.
Hmm.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, I mean that Venus Mars in conjunction and that Saturn Jupiter, it's like also doing that alchemy inside you, no? It's like so it's not only about your partner going the same direction, it's that reflects you in the inside, no? Being able to hold and sustain things and being able to go forward with things too. So there is a self-value issue here, like I'm not being sure about being worthy enough. Don't worry, you are. That's
Go for it. Go for it. Yes.
yeah.
Even Deborah says, it feels like we're stepping out into the unknown, just my current experience. But I think that is the experience a lot of us are going through. I think even Eleni, when she was writing through earlier on this week, she was saying about her house and moving abroad. It's interesting, isn't it? We are coming out of this experience. She even says, quite agree. That was quick going. Blimey, that's amazing. Yes, so there we go. So hopefully, Nikki, that there has helped you out. And a very, very good morning to you and your family there, and wish you every success. Yes, there you go. A yellow heart. That's very nice. Thank you very much. Very much. And a heart and a burger back to you. It's all the same. It's all the same. Okay, right. Okay, let's go to have a word with Kaira. Yeah. Kyra. Thank you very much, Kyra. Right. Okay. This is an interesting one. This is cryptic. This is. Don't we like cryptic ones? And it's interesting here. She says, connection to me and A. A being a person. Feel a lot for him. What does he think of me? Okay, this is interesting. Okay, we haven't got his birth details, Kara. However, we can still work on this and work on it from your perspective and also from mediumship psychic perspective and see where that comes through. Now, as I look at here, you've got a life path of 5 and a personal year 1. Your personal year 1 is the one that rings home to me big time. Because this is about this guy needs to chase you, to not chase him. If he's interested in you, great. Take it from there. You're in a personal year 1. The energy and the focus is on you. Energy of focus is about people should be attracted to you at the moment because what you're doing at the moment, you are emanating an energy, which is great. If you're coming out and being, not the word submissive, but you're chasing him and you want to, can we get together? You're putting him up on a pedestal. That's not the right energy for this relationship. No. The opposite. You need to stand here and say, if you like me, come and find me. You know where I am. You got my number. Give me a ring. And yes, because then the energy is good. Then you have that self-importance. Then you have that energy in balance and you're in a good place. And then we can work things going forwards. And even, look, that's not bad, you know. Even Guiomar is nodding her head in this current revolutionary experience. Like that? Do you like that? Do you like that? Was that good?
So Kyra has a moon in Leo. And so Moon in Leo wants a lot of attention, even if you don't know it. So this can be a bit tricky. It's a very resilient moon, which is nice, very nice. And it's a very loving moon too. But you might be, if you want so much attention, it's just not going to go the right way for you because you're not going to, it'll open up like a bottomless pit type thing. There's a Pluto, Moon, Saturn combination there in a trine. So I'd be careful with that because you're better when you are a giver, like from your heart. And also your North Node is in Libra with conjunct Mars. So it's all about you giving, you using your power to give to others. and to support others. So which doesn't mean focusing on only one person, but your Venus in Capricorn likes to do that, and that's the dangerous side. You're on the other side. Your Sun in Aquarius with Uranus and Jupiter likes to have a very free and open relationship. But if your Venus in Capricorn is focused on one person all the time, then you can't actually do what you're good at, which is giving to many.
Yeah.
And as I said, you need that doses of freedom. So it's be careful with that. No, give yourself your Venus, which is give yourself your stability, give yourself your knowingness, give yourself like your being sure about what the things that you want in life, and then take it from there.
Okay. Very interesting. I also just noticed that your birth details, that your forward numbers 2 and 3, they're part of your five, and it's interesting those two numbers by themselves. The way you're actually moving in your life in front of you, when you walk out the front door of your house, this energy is strong, resonating as 5. So this is about the freedom, the energy. You don't have to go chase other people. Let them show them what they want to give to you. It's nice to show love, compassion out there to the universe. And if people are interested in you, let them walk towards you. We don't have to anything else. But basically, if I looked about that relationship, see how it's going to go, I'm going to have a little look here and see what the tarot comes up and says. I'm going to go for the left part, and Kira, I would say, you're moving on from an old situation around you. This is interesting, isn't it, Kira? You're actually moving on from an old situation, which is sometimes creates that instability of where I'm going. However, there is a venture ahead, and I totally agree with what Guiomar said about that need to that Aquarian side, that Aquarian nature, to be freed. I love that energy out there, not to focus too much with that Venus in Capricorn. Totally agree, because otherwise here we end up losing interest. We put so much focus, so much intensity, and afterwards it's, oh well, it's not working, I'll leave it, rather than just stepping back and being in your own zone. Good. Okay, right. Susanna said very quickly, she says here, just take that up there. Yes, it's very different. We have to accept and be aware of the changes. I can feel so much energy. It is important to open up the crown chakra and bring in some light. Also grounding, very important too. Yes, thank you very much for that, Susanna. Very nice indeed. Anyway, this is a very interesting name, P.S. Dost. P.S. Dost. So good morning, P.S. Dost. This is an interesting name where I think you're from. I think you wrote in and said for Indonesia, but you're living in Canada or America. Anyway, so a very good morning to you. By the time you get, yes, you're watching this later, I should think. Should I pursue a career in IT or pursue a business venture teaching online, or a business venture teaching online? Which one would be the best one for you? It's interesting. Your numbers are interesting because your life path is a 448. And anything that doubles up creates an intense energy of strength, and especially your 4-4. Your 4-4 is mighty strong. And that then ends up as an 8. And that 8 is enormous energy. That's power behind itself here. Whatever you want to go and do, do. You're in a personal year 2. Actually, it's a 2-0. It's a 2-0. So it's a 2 with a karma behind it, saying to you, whatever you want to go and create this year, go and do it, because it's your karma. It's something to add in to the menu, to the menu of the year, if you call it like that. But your 4-4 is like strength. It's got purpose. It's got stability. It's got energy to it. And this is literally saying to you here, go and do it. Yes, that's what I would say. If you wanted to go for teacher, if teacher was the one you wanted to go and do, there you go. Go and do it.
Yeah, I mean, Dost has a North Node in Leo also, like Mickey. And North Node in Leo is all about showing up, being there, being the leader. And Sun in Taurus is about, creating something material, being physical.
Oh, yes.
Moon in Pisces is about, Moon in Pisces is a good organizer. And your South Node is in Aquarius, obviously, with Uranus, which basically that would be that IT. So that the IT thing would be like the past, the comfort zone, but it's not towards where you have to go to, which doesn't mean that you can use that knowledge to actually bring it into whatever you're doing, that you will show up more physically, like YouTube or classes or whatever. No? Maybe what you can do is, for example, create a platform for giving classes, or create some kind of or whatchamacallit, like a show, not a show, like a series of videos online, like a congress, a
Yes.
virtual congress, something like
Yes.
that.
Yes. I think here that would be your best move. I think here that your move in front of you is to see this and look at it as being good. Now, if I looked here, one of your cards here says, I'm actually going to end an old job because I can see you want to end it. Teaching. Come on now. This is you, the teacher. And it's also going into that intuition of not just teaching, not just coming across as a teacher, but the belief of being the teacher. There's that need to get inside you, deep into your heart, deep inside you, to believe this is what I really want to do, this is my purpose, where I'm going. Because otherwise here you're doubting your beliefs. I should do this, should do that, and then miss out on a fence, and then you get more frustrated. I can see your fear would be money. Your fear would be money, but actually, no, I don't think you'll be there in that struggle phase for too long. I think you'll actually do very well. So our thing here is yes, I think you should go and do the teaching. Yes. Okay. How's that? Happy people? Happy? Let's give you a little hoot. There you go, guys. There you go, guys. It's a Wednesday morning. You all need a little hoot. And let's see what... there she is. Yeah. Thank you very much. This is yes, we can see because the producer here's running backwards and forwards like, yeah, she's such a strong, fit woman. She is. She's amazing. Because all your messages have been coming through, and she's just been. Yeah, there she goes. Yeah, all the messages coming through. Fantastic. And we go now. This is interesting because Nikki Saunders says, "I'm a hello. Okay, I've just lost you. I don't know where she's gone. And there we go. Okay, sorry about this. We just lost this. Okay, and oops. Right. Okay, we will. I'm just going to come offline just for a second, folks. We're going to come back on in just a second. We are going to. Put the show on in a different way. I do apologise for this. Is something which is a technology issue that's come through on this. We'll be back online in just a minute. See you guys in a minute. I've joined again. Yes, I can see you're trying to join, but I can't get you on. I know why, but I'll see you in just a minute. Okie dokie. Right, guys, see you in a second. Oh, hang on a minute. I may be able to do this in another way. Right.